Hey guys, this is Dietz. This is the first of the First Tech Challenge CAD tutorials, where we delve a bit deeper into some CAD concepts that will help a lot of First Tech Challenge teams. I've heard a lot of questions about parametric pulleys and how to make them. Parametric pulleys allow you to create a pulley of any tooth profile and tooth size, so let's get straight to it. Now, to create any parametric pulley, I use two softwares. The first is OpenSCAD, which I've linked in the description below. All you need to do is navigate to this link and download the software that is compatible with your operating system. The second is a relatively simple Thingiverse software. And what this is just a generator that works along with the OpenSCAD software to create a parametric pulley. Now, once you download this, which is also linked in the description below, there are two files incorporated with it. One of them ends with a V2, and that's the one I use on the OpenSCAD software, but I believe both of them are roughly the same. Now, once you open up this file in the OpenSCAD software, it comes out a bit like this. Now, on the left side, you can see three main things here, which I'll highlight on line 11, line 12, and line 13. Now, these are the variables you're going to be changing in order to make a pulley of any of your thoughts. So the first one, which you can see on line 11, is your teeth size. And so you just need to plug in the number of teeth that you want on your pulley. The next thing that we see on line 12 is the shaft diameter. Now what this is going to do is cut out a very tiny hole in the center of your pulley, but I actually usually leave this variable as 0 because I can manipulate the shaft size in CAD itself. And then next up is the profile. And right below this line 13, you can see there's a comment with all the different tooth profiles that are available for you to choose from. Now, I typically use XL belts, so I'm going to leave the profile as 3, but if you want to use go build a HTD 5, you just need to change the profile to 10. And or if you'd like any other profile, just change the number, and it will update to that size. Now, since I'm making an XL belt, I'll change this to profile of 3. And I'll leave this as, let's say, a 25 tooth pulley. Now what do I need to do is I actually need to hit F6 to render the DXF, the 2D version of the pulley. Hitting D6 will have the software start to generate the parametric pulley. It'll take a bit, maybe 5 to 10 seconds, and here you can see is the actual pulley. Just like that. And you can see the actual diameter of the pulley is about 40 millimeters. Now what we'd like to do is go to File, Export, and then export as DXF, which is a 2D version, which is the 2D description of the pulley. Clicking on that, we can then just navigate to wherever you would like to drop it. I'm just going to call this 25. Make sure you name it something you'll actually know what it is, because naming convention is important. Just something simple as 25 tooth XL pulley. Now that's all we need to do in this software. We're going to go over to SolWorks or any other CAD software of your choice, really, and we're just going to go ahead and open up the file that we just made. So here it is, the 25 tooth XL pulley. You can just go ahead and find it on wherever you saved it, and then go ahead and just hit open. So in SolidWorks, the way it's going to work is you're going to have this little import feature here. And so what I'd recommend everybody to do is you import this to a new part as a 2D sketch. And this makes it easy to manipulate and create a part off of. You would then hit next, and make sure you change the units of imported data from inches to millimeters here, because that's what we designed the pulley in OpenSCAD for. Once you do that, you can actually see the tooth and the profile of the pulley here. Then you hit next and then finish. So now SolidWorks is going to open up the DXF file as a 2D sketch, as you can see here. So what I'm going to do now first is just go ahead and extrude this. And you can do that by going to Features, then Extruded Boss/Base. And you can see here that the sketch is basically a sketch at this point. The tooth profile will expand, and since this is an empirical tooth profile, I'm just going to go ahead and make it a 1/4 inch thick. That's not a 1/4 inch thick, a 1/4 inch thick like that. and we can just go ahead and hit OK. Now we've got the basic tooth profile of the pulley extruded, but we still need to add in the edges so that the belts don't fall off while it's rotating, and we still also need the shaft hole. So next up, what I do is I'm just going to make a sketch on the actual face of the pulley itself, and I'm just going to go ahead and make a circle and make it roughly larger than the actual diameter of the pulley. So I'm just going to make this roughly, I like making it, this is a bit guess and check for me here, but I usually make it a bit above the actual size here so that wherever the belt will suit comfortably. So that's decent enough, and we can go ahead and extrude this. Now obviously we don't want to have edges that are 1/4 inch as well. So I usually like doing around a 1/16 inch. That is horrifying. 1/16 inch, just like that. And then I would do it for the flip side as well. Create a new sketch, grab a circle, and then all you actually need to do this time is, instead of needing to define the dimension for this circle, is click on the edge of the circle you just made on the sketch, then the circle we had made earlier. Hitting equal will make the sketch fully defined. We can go ahead and just extrude this as well. This should already be 1/16 inch, which is perfect. Now we've got our actual pulley. This will work just fine, but we just need to add in some nice features that make the pulley look nice as well as function properly. So I'm just going to first slap on a chamfer on the inside edge of the pulley. Now what a chamfer is basically cuts a triangle into the inner edge. And so you can see what it'll do in approximately a few seconds once I change a couple of the parameters. So I'm going to change the chamfer to 1.25 millimeters, and I'm going to change it to 20 degrees. And you can see once I hit OK, it's just basically going to make a triangular cutout into the inside edge. Just to clean it up a bit, I'm going to put a very small fillet on the outer edge. I like doing 0.25 millimeters, but you can really do anything that really makes you happy here. And that's basically it with cleaning up how the pulley actually works. And then all we need to do now is just make a shaft hole. Now I'm just going to grab the front plane here, make a sketch there. I'm going to make a very tiny circle here. And let's say we're making this for a 1/4 inch D size right there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and extrude cut it through both, and boom, we've got it. So that's a very simple way to make a parametric pulley, so using the OpenSCAD software and then importing it into the SolWorks software. That's about it. Thanks for watching.